Hey guys, it's David here, and it's currently day 11. In this video, I want to address something like revolutionary to me. It changed my whole perspective of sales, and I just thought it's something you guys want to hear too. So quick story of how this amazing idea came up. Not even my idea, but it was just like a reminder, I guess. I was walking to the gym this morning, right? It's been a week off. I had a week off, so going to the gym this morning, it felt amazing. So if you haven't gone to the gym, go gym. Anyway, so I was walking to the gym this morning, right? And then I was thinking to myself, how could I change my script, or how could I, make it better? What could I add? What could I take away? Right? So I can get that more meeting. I could get more maybe close. I could get more information. And as I was walking, I was realized that, why am I thinking sales as something so different from life? I was separating these two things. I was approaching life with everything I learned, from self-help books, self-improvement, anything about life. And then when it comes to sales, I kind of just, you know, don't use any of this knowledge I learned and just approach sales like something novelty, like something that, is not discovered yet. So I go into sales with like none of my previous knowledge because I treated it as something different to life. You know, I forgot that people were just interested in themselves. I forgot people, don't want to be sold, or I forgot people don't really care about what your product is or what end result you can deliver. They only care what can you give them. And after reading the How to Win Friends and Influence People, a long time ago, this it just reminded me that why am I trying to push my own thing onto others when I have no absolute clue or no absolute interest on anything about them? If I were in their shoe, how would they feel about me? If I were in their shoe, a salesman called up, didn't give a crap about me at all and tried to ram down his whatever service it is, no matter if it's 10x on sales or whatever, no matter how good the benefit is, if he doesn't care about me, why should I care about him, right? Like it just, and plus, if I get that many calls a day, it just doesn't make me special, right? So when I realized that I separated sales and life apart, I realized that that was my biggest, limiting belief, and that was my biggest issue I was having with sales. It wasn't fun. I felt insincere because I said to myself, I'm not selfish, when really I want to get paid. When really I didn't help them in any way because I didn't add any value to them, and I just asked for the paycheck. And I said to them, look, is a two-way transaction. I give you this, and you give me this, right? And sure, that works, but to make real friends, and to make people really like you, like a stranger, to trust you, you got to give before you take, and that's a Chinese saying, you know. And I guess also when we give, we got to be like, we got to expect we're not going to receive anything. When we give and if we expect something back, the opposition will sense that ill intention. They'll realize that this gift is a deceptive move. So until we can actually give without asking anything back, we cannot be sincere giving. That is why I felt so fake, and I wasn't courageous to give anything, right? Because I wanted something back. I wasn't willing to give things away for free, even if it just costs some time, even if it's not anything significant. I just wasn't ready to give. And on my lips, I might say like, "Look, I'm not selfish. I'm not going to offer you my service, but I'll show you it's actually beneficial, and then you can pay me." I say that's not selfish, but when people ask me to give for free, I don't. So even on my part, the giving isn't sincere. So if I feel that, how would others feel? Coming from the person that's already not feeling that the giving is genuine. Right? So when I realized that the limiting belief that made sales so difficult and quite frankly dodgy for me is that I separated that from life. So when I brought them together, it just made so much sense. It just I couldn't tell you. It just made sales so much better. It just made it more enjoyable. And I can when I actually accepted the fact that I'm ready to give without taking, when I'm actually ready to do that, then I actually feel happy helping them. Because then my intention goes from one, expecting a paycheck, to two, actually wanting to help them, actually wanting to see them get results without even getting paid. It doesn't mean I'm doing a free service. That just means I'm giving them something of value that interests them. That helps them in any way that builds a trust, that when that trust is formed, they can then be interested in you. So I've been doing this wrong until I realized this fact today. And when I realized it, sale just got so much easier. So, maybe you guys have been thinking it differently too. Maybe you guys have been treating sales as something so different, but maybe try just relating sales with life, even if it's so far apart. Just try putting it together, and then maybe just realize that it's actually quite easy. It's actually just talking to someone. It's actually just making a friend. It's just basic human relationship skills. you know. But I treated it as something so different, and that's what really held me back. You know, and by applying, giving value first, the results might not be instant, but it's the connection and trust you form that just makes life so much easier. Because you're not then having people telling you to go hang yourself or do this and that. I hate your company, whatever. You know, the worst thing you're gonna get is saying, "Look, I appreciate your effort, but we don't need this right now." Or, "Thank you for sending me this article. It really helped me out." That's the worst case. Nobody's gonna tell you to go f yourself by trying to genuinely and sincerely help them. So, if you haven't applied this already, go try it out because it certainly changed the way I see sales. It just changed the way how I see life, and it definitely made sales so much easier and so much funner to do. You know, it just connected all the dots. It connected my past knowledge to this new thing that was like is nebulous. When I connected those two things, it just become familiar. And when it becomes familiar, you're just comfortable doing it. You actually find joy doing it because you realize it's not that far different from what you're doing already. It's gonna be better. That's all. That's all, guys. So if you haven't connected the dots together and realizing that the two things are actually the same thing, try it out. And I probably can't guarantee you, but maybe you'll realize that things do get start easier. So if you haven't, treat both as the same thing. And I can't guarantee this, but maybe it'll become easier. Maybe you'll find this was the thing that's my limiting belief that held me back. Just so try it out. But anyways, that is what I learned today. I found it very valuable. It changed my whole perspective. Maybe it'll influence you guys in a different way of thinking. But that is my Monday. Brilliant way to start the week. I could not be blessed anymore because it definitely solved one of my biggest troubles the past week. I was having troubles calling clients. I got through, but I just wasn't seeing results. But the results shouldn't be instant, but something just felt off. And realizing the truth today, it just really it gave me clarity. I feel good. I felt this weight off my shoulder, and I feel like I could attack sales and do cold calls, cold emails so much easier now with this mindset of going in that you truly just want to help them. But anyways, it's Monday. Hope you guys start the week off good, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.